Hey everybody, it's Jay1740 and welcome back to Nancy Drew, the Haunted Carousel. We are going to be continuing with our stenography lessons, and Alright, we're on lesson 2 now. The shorthand stroke for E is for the E sound is a smaller circle than the A stroke. Compare the two. So this is E, this is A, and let's move on. Shorthand stroke for N is a very short forward stroke. A very short forward straight line. The stroke for M is twice as long. So this is N, this is M, which looks more than twice as long as N. And the K in Ni right here is represented with the N stroke. That is because stenography is a representation of sounds and not letters. Alright. Now you know the strokes for E, N, and M. Below are some words using these strokes. Type in the correct word in longhand below each stenograph. Alright, so so the long line represents the M sound, and the small circle represents the E sound, so that would be me. Alright, so this hook here represents the sound A, N, sane. Alright, and this word reads E, N, mean. Let's see, this word reads N, let's see, N, A, M, name. Forgot how to spell name there for a second. Alright, next lesson. The shorthand stroke for O is a very small deep hook. The stroke for R is a short forward curve, and the stroke for L is a long forward curve. So this is O, this is R, this is L. And feel free to take a look at the examples for a few seconds. Alright, moving on. Note that or ol is written with a sideways stroke for O. This is done to make the stroke more fluid. I don't understand why, but apparently it does. You now know the strokes for O, R, and L. Okay, you know what to do. Type in the word that represents each stenograph. So this is hold on. Excuse me for a second. So this is O, ol, mole. This word right here reads A. Let's see, what does that say? Sail? Sure, yeah, that's sail. And next one is Neil? Yeah, this says Neil. See, N, E, L, Neil. K-N-E-E-L. Alright, you're making good progress. Please continue on to the next lesson. In lesson 3, you learn the stroke for O. The oo sound, as in to, is represented by a tiny upward hook. Like this here. It's represented right here in rule and right here in lu. And then notice the double lines under the word for lu. That means that the word should be capitalized. The strokes for K and G are similar to the oo stroke, but the K stroke is twice as large as the oo stroke, and the G stroke is twice as large as the K stroke. Alright, moving on. Now we gotta figure this out. So this is G, L, or E, glory. And this one is G, so A. Yeah, there we go. And that's the end of the stenography lessons, because we cannot go any further. So let's go ahead and try to figure out that file that we found in Joy's office. Alright, the CCAP has agreed to sell the horse named blank. Alright, so based on this, alright, the long hook is a G, but the two lines at the end say it's a capital G. So the long hook is an L, and short hook is an O, medium hook is an R, and the last small circle represents the E sound, so that's Y. So glory.
The name of the carousel horse is Glory.
There we go. Now, I don't exactly remember what we were looking for last time. But I'm going to go talk to Elliot.
Hang on, I'll be right with you.
Take your time.
Whoops!
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Out. And do not come back unless and until Joy Trent calls me. Okay?
And then he just slams the door in our face without even giving us a chance to respond. Oh yeah, I was going to talk to Ingrid last time, because one of the card readers is not working.
Still on the case, I see. I'd like to take a closer look at the roller coaster, but the access card reader doesn't work. It's got this red tag on it.
Right. I was in the process of upgrading its main circuitry board. I'm afraid you're going to have to wait until I finish here. Unless you'd like to do it for me.
Dangerous electrical circuits that could possibly kill me. And I know nothing about circuitry. Heck, why not? I'll do it.
Do you really think I could handle it?
It's not exactly brain surgery. All you have to do is follow the schematic inside the reader. Here's the new macro resistor. When you see the board, you'll be able to see where it goes. You'll need to solder it in place, which means you're going to have to get my soldering gun from Elliot Chen. Here's the engineering handbook I put together. If you have questions about park-related electronics, it'll answer them. Keep it as long as you like. When you're all done, remove the red tag and take it to Harlan. That way he'll know it's safe to turn the power back on to the reader.
That's not my cell phone. It must be yours. Are you going to answer it?
No, that would be rude. I'll just call them back. So, once you get that tool from Elliot, you should be all set.
Okay, then.
Thanks for your help.
You bet.
Okay, the problem with this is that Elliot's kind of pissed off at me, so we're gonna have to go talk to Joy. Where's Joy's office? Here it is.
Who are you, and what are you doing?
What the
Who
heck?
said that?
I said that over here, on top of the cabinet.
Wait, you mean this weird-looking thing over here?
Keep going. Over here. Please identify yourself.
Well, my name is Nancy Drew.
Digital representations of your voice and image have been entered into my memory circuits, Nancy Drew.
Okay.
How come you didn't speak up before when I was in here talking to Joy?
I cannot interact with my environment when my visual and oral sensors are covered.
This is quite an interesting piece of engineering.
Do you have a name?
I am Miles, the Magnificent Memory Machine. I receive and process video and audio input and make appropriate pre-programmed verbal responses.
Wow. You are very highly advanced for a robot. I don't know. For being able to have a conversation with this thing is really interesting.
Who programmed you?
It is my turn to ask a question, Nancy Drew.
How does it know how to respond to what you're saying?
As a matter of fact, I need to leave a message for her.
There is a pad for leaving messages on the desk.
Why did you call yourself a memory machine?
Responding to the non-joy entity is an unnecessary drain on my power units and is heretofore disallowed.
What does that
What the
mean?
heck?
Hello? Miles? I guess it means he's not going to talk to me anymore.
Well, that sucks. Like, you can't, like, this poor thing can't have a conversation with everything else, with anyone else other than Joy.
Looks like Joy's a pencil
That's pretty
killer.
lonely. Lots and lots of teeth marks.
can use this to leave a note for Joy to call Elliot.
Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's go look around the park some more. I better go fix that card reader, actually. Alright, oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Paula Santos. You know, I just had a thought. There's a newspaper article and photo in Joy's office that I want you to be sure to take a look at. They're in a frame on the wall.
I may have seen them. What are they about?
They're a little piece of park history. The guy in the photo found a bunch of jewels that had been stolen in a heist years ago and stashed away on one of the rides at Captain's Cove.
Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned that sometime. Did I see that? I think I saw that.
Maybe that's why someone stole that carousel horse, because there were jewels hidden inside it.
My thoughts exactly. I called the detective that was in charge of the investigation back then. His name is KJ Paris. He's going to call you. Oops, I gotta run. I just wanted to give you a heads up.
All right. Goodbye, Paula.
Alright, now that that's taken care of, let's fix this stupid card reader.
This takes an employee access
Open up the panel, Nancy. Alright, so... yeah, I can see right where the thing goes. The macro resistor right here. Goes right there. Now let's take a look at Ingrid's little book here. Circuits. The most important rule in working with electrical equipment is to make sure that all power sources are disconnected or turned off before working on any circuit. Serious injury or death can result from careless work. Resistors. First color, second color, third color, and the last one is tolerance. Resistors reduce the amount of voltage or current in an electrical circuit. Think of a resistor as a dam holding back electrical power. Resistors have different values. The value of a resistor is measured in ohms. Below are some commonly used resistors. Alright, so here's the 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 30 ohm, and 100 ohm. The amount of total resistance depends on how the resistors are placed. Resistors can be placed in a series or in parallel. If several resistors are placed in a series, i.e. one after another, then the total resistance is the sum of the resistor values. In the diagram above, there are 3 resistors with values of 10, 30, and 100. The total resistance is 140 ohms. Okay. When repairing or adding a piece of equipment, be sure to examine specific instructions for the resistance required for the circuit board. Resistors can be placed in parallel, i.e. in separate circuits that meet up later. Have more complex formula to compute total resistance on a circuit. Consult your manager on this issue. Okay, so I guess we're going for the straightforward method. Does it say how much we need? Hold on. Oh, you know what? I can't do any soldering yet because I don't have the soldering gun from Elliot Chen. Oh, and there's some things on the back here about the circuits. And hold on. Chrome Moisture called me and said that the total resistance for the upgrade has to be 15 ohms. They said the macro resistor will give 5 ohms of resistance. Whoever's hooking up the thing should hook the resistors in series. Okay, thank you, Nick. And I called for service to request upgrade for card reader. Below is a schematic for the circuit. As it currently stands, the resistors are in parallel. Waiting for delivery of macro resistor. I split the circuit to allow easy soldering of macro resistor once it comes in. Alright, thank you, Nick. That is helpful information once I get the soldering gun. Okay, so I guess next time on Nancy Drew, the Haunted Carousel, I will be figuring out a way to get that soldering gun from Elliot Chen. Alright, see you guys next time.